here go the drivers for race 4. Good start from the right side of the grid on the pole side. Coventry D up into the lead, but also hanging around the outside go Edinburgh A, sorry. Holding it on into the lead, coming out of the hook. Drivers all 3, 4 wide going through the hook. Great, actually keeping it fairly well together this time. No one really on the grass, but that is going to be Edinburgh A leading us off after those first few corners. Look
What are you saying about no one on the grass?
Don't take it back. But look at the gap already. Edinburgh A have got a brilliant start, and they're followed very closely by Loughborough F, who started behind them.
Shuffled very wide there as another driver spins in front of him. ABC bumper pass on that one as well for Leeds A as they continue to battle up here at the sharp end. They are in 3rd place, but again, they can't win this race. They've already got a penalty on that one.
That's a shame, but look at the start that Edinburgh A has got. Already pulling out a 0.7 second gap, but the field's starting to spread out already. Good start from most of our top drivers. 3 wide, one's on the grass, there's already someone off in the grass in the background as well. 3 drivers off there, all managed to keep it facing the right direction, but it just does concertina in that bit. You're lying if you're on the outside, you suddenly come the inside, and all of a sudden you're just on the grass because the driver on your right side has nowhere to go.
Indeed, I think this is one of the most flowing circuits on the calendar as well. All the corners sort of lead into each other, don't they? So if you lose a bit of time through one, suddenly the next 2 or 3 corners, you're offline, you're losing a bit of speed, you're losing a bit of time, and suddenly with drivers so close as they are, consistent changing of positions. Well, there was an immediate breakaway for Edinburgh A. Well, that seems to have gone to nothing. They've already been caught by the 2 drivers chasing in behind. Courtesy fastest lap from Loughborough F, and that's immediately stolen by Derby A in 5th place. So this very much isn't all said and done here as they close back up once again.
Absolutely all to play for. This top 4 are not even separated by a second, and the fastest driver on the track is in 5th, right up behind them. This could all come together, like you say, compromising your line as we see a move for the lead. Loughborough F still side by side alongside Edinburgh A, but are they going to get the move done? Leeds A trying to follow them through as well. They're going to go side by side through the right hand, and they're still side by side coming out of it. Loughborough F getting through, and a bit of a tap there. And number 30 as well trying to get in amongst it, but that's 2 positions lost for our previous leaders, Edinburgh A. And that is Loughborough F into second, into first, with Leeds A in second.
Again, how quickly things can change here as look, 96 just defending ever so slightly, back down the inside goes our previous race leader of Edinburgh A. They reshuffle Leeds back down into 3rd place then, and now is the turn of Loughborough A in 7th place to take the fastest lap. These 3 scrapping well, and this is just allowing for more drivers to join the fray and make it a very exciting race for us here in the commentary box. That was Derby A looking for the inside line there on Leeds A. Did they get it done? Well, we're still side by side for the lead, and no, they haven't got it done. Leeds managing to get it back then into 2nd place, but a nice up and under here from the 11 of Edinburgh A. They won't pull alongside, they point ahead to Loughborough F, saying, no, you go back ahead for now anyway, as this battle continues on with now 6 drivers line astern here for the lead.
Yeah, there was a little bit of contact there through that, trying to make that move, just braking at the same time. Luckily, Edinburgh A let the back through, because if they did pass them, it's likely that there would have been an ABC bumper pass penalty, but letting them back through, they're going to have another go up into the hairpin, pulling out onto the inside, bit of a late move. They're side by side, but look at Leeds A now, trying to get on the inside of Loughborough, trying to take second. 2 places lost by Loughborough. I think we've got yellow flags up in sector 1. That's going to keep them at line astern as they go. Outbreaking Loughborough F. Oh, and here we go again. Move up the inside. Is that Derby up the inside? Manchester, I can't quite see, but really good race in between. Oh, and on the inside. Oh, Edinburgh A not happy about that from Leeds A. It was a bit of a forceful one, but we'll see what the stewards say. But that is Leeds A up into the lead. This is some great battle with this front pack. As you say, look at 6th, and they're bringing in 7th and 8th as well. With all this battle, this is going to hot up very quickly, I reckon.
Oh, wow. Let's see how this continues on then. They're all scuffling in the background here for 3rd place. 4th place that is now, of course, the 18 is now through Derby A, and they're applying pressure onto the 11 of Edinburgh A now. But new race leader once again, this time is the turn of Leeds A, and they will lead us on to lap number 6. Well, Leeds in the lead, very fitting for now anyway, as Loughborough A get past their sister team of Loughborough F into 4th place they go, and they still have that fastest lap, the 52.7, so the fastest lap in this one, so still a bit more pace to find, and understandably so. They're not quite at ultimate pace yet, considering all they've been doing is dicing these first 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a scrap, and these top 3 are starting to break away. Let's see, with Loughborough A are going to need that pace to make up that gap again. But as we saw in that last race, incredibly quick. They're doing really, really well, but that top 3 still going to break away a little bit, but they're separated by not even half a second. Edinburgh A, they're going to have a look on the cutback and the move down into the hairpin. No, they're not getting a great one. Derby A might have a better run than them here. They can move slightly defensive. Derby A going to go aggressive up on the inside as we come down to the hairpin. Do they have the move later on the brakes? Oh, they make it stick.
Really good battling at the start from Loughborough F. I'm very impressed by them, but they look to be defending now in 5th place, which could be crucial here for the top 4 to continue to extend that gap.
Absolutely. I mean, it's only not even a second between them. This is now becoming, what, 10 cars for the lead? Still got yellow flags down in sector 1, so no overtaking through here. Drivers putting their hand up, acknowledging that fact. No racing, no overtaking. As you battle, Loughborough A up in the inside. I think they're going to give that back to Leeds A. That was a bit egregious, but that's going to allow Edinburgh A to go up the inside, forcing them onto the sausage curb, side by side. All on the grass for Loughborough F behind them, trying to get in amongst this battle. But who is that who's come out in 3rd? I think that is Edinburgh have made the move stick, and that's Loughborough down a position after a slight mistake and a bit of contact with Leeds. That's all it takes. Those one little mistakes, and all the drivers, they smell that blood in the water. They're going to take advantage of that. Here we go, and then still battling. They're not giving this one up. Battle for 3rd, chops across Edinburgh A. He could do that. He took the defensive line, but opening the corner back up, but they've got a bit of a gap now up to 2nd. Those 2 are starting to pull away as these 2 are battling.
the exit as the number 9. They pull to the inside line here, down into Raymond. On the inside they go, into third place they go. Well, Loughborough try and follow them through. They're trying to get a good exit but can't do it. Sit back in behind, and now Edinburgh find themselves in a Loughborough sandwich.
Brilliant move. It's such an opportunity. It's probably the best place on the track, that hairpin, to make a move. But there are also many, many ways of taking that corner and getting a good exit. So brilliant to make it move and make it stick. It's not as easy as these drivers are making it look.
Of Derby A, aren't they? So now we do have a driver who's eligible to get into the lead. Now in second place, big move down the inside there at the final corner. Lovely send on the brakes there from Loughborough, but it was a bit too confident, that one. It was a bit too deep. Back up the inside go Edinburgh A. Loughborough, that's a really good race in this one. It's been very impressive.
Their F team qualify better than their E or D teams, whatever. And
Yeah, you might be right.
I mean, do we have I said there's a lot of C I can see in this one. How many teams have they got this year? We used to have Brooks, used to have about 12 teams.
Yeah.
Now, then it was Coventry, and now it's Loughborough. Evidently putting all of their cards on the table.
Because Leeds as well. Leeds all have a G and an F and all.
It's ridiculous. So many teams, but it's great to see so many drivers up for this, and like, obviously it's quite an expensive sport, can't it? But BUKC is a really, really good way of getting into these faster cars at a good value.